And it's a dangerous thing to become dependent on someone else making something else work for you, especially when it comes to your food and your power and your water. And I really just got that going. And I said, you know what? I think there's this niche here. You know, the single women in the city, people really aren't doing this. And that's where it got started. So I started the website. It took a couple of years because there was a lot going on, but I started with the website and I started with the blogs, and I just decided to jump into podcasting. Like, all right, well, I don't have to be an Instagram model. I don't have to have 8,000 degrees. I have this knowledge and I have this experience, so I want to put it to good use and share it with people. And so far, it's been doing very well, which I which showed that I was
Hmm.
doing the right thing. Yeah.
Yes, you are definitely doing the right thing and sharing it via podcast. But I definitely agree with you. I definitely understand why you started, because I think 2020 shocked us all when we didn't have access and all we had to do was just be in lockdown. And it's like, so of course you're gonna sit on YouTube and just learn different things. And hey, I ain't gonna lie, during 2020 is when I discovered the podcast boom, because I realized that, no knock against people in my city, but I realized people will show up faster for you. And also, it's also good to be prepared, because you really never know what can happen. If, especially me living in Florida, I learned the hard way that, yeah, we need to have a generator or have some kind of backup power source, because
I am
hurricane
actually, I am
hurricane
shocked.
did some numbers, and I'm like, we were without power for days, and then we were out gas for days, and then once the gas tanks start rolling in, people were going crazy. So it's like, I'm a little prepared, but I'm not going to be buying five and 6 gallons of gas for no reason when it's just my car. That's all I have.
Yeah. And that's the thing about preparedness. There's a spectrum. You know, you can go from just having enough to get through a couple of weeks, which is the bare minimum that anyone should have, especially if they have kids or if they have animals. You want to make sure that you at least have a couple of weeks to get through. And that's, I think, even with FEMA, that's their bare minimum. Um, but you can go from that all the way to folks that have underground bunkers, and they've got all kinds of ammo stored. They're just prepared for like the zombie apocalypse. So there's all kinds of stuff in between. But what has fascinated me is how many folks in the South in particular, and this is something that, as I mentioned to you, I was talking to Kim Butler from Urban Homestead Hub. She's in Tampa as well. And she's not originally from here.